Alright guys, so as you already know, if you're subscribed to me, unless you're just coming across this video randomly, I already have reviews of these 335 rollbacks, but I don't have reviews of each colored one. And these reviews could possibly help someone from either buying it and not buying it. So I figured I'd make the review to mainly show the color. I'm not really going to go into depth too much of the back. If you want, you could go look at my other ones, but I'm mainly just going to show the front to show the color. So, anyway, to start off, I'll go to the back. Back is where it mainly functions, and the back is super nice. So to start off with the functions of it, it obviously rolls back. I believe that's all the way, and then it will tip down. And it tips down just enough to get on the ground, which is nice. If you look over here, there's a cylinders that will raise and lower it. And in order to actually, I guess, slide it onto the back of the truck, if you look here, when you do it like that, it doesn't lock in. You actually have to push it right to there and then bring it back down and then slide it under, and as you can see, it will lock it on. Along with that, the back features this piece right here, which you could also hook a car up to, and it extends and it lowers. And then these right here, so you can put your tires on there, do extend out along with turning. So overall, really nice. It's unfortunate that it is, I believe, plastic though, and the cylinders don't hold it up, but still a really nice touch. And for anyone that is into cars and, you know, scale cars and scale trucks, I guess it could be unfortunate, but for me, I mainly collect the construction machines, so I just mainly use it as a flatbed. Anyway, looking at it over here, you could see it has really nice warning labels, even has holes over here. And if we look underneath in the back, you can see the way it works, and I'll have to adjust my camera for this. But you could see just a whole bunch of warning stuff in the lights, and it says run hard on the plate and whatnot. Now coming to the side over here, which is pretty interesting, they have the controls for the flatbed back and for the winch and everything. And the cool thing about them is that they do move. For some reason, mine somehow got glued, or they don't move or something. They used to move. But they actually move, and I think that that's pretty crazy. And, you know, just the fact that they do that is pretty cool. Mud flap over here is rubber, and the tires are chrome, and they are rubber. Now, looking at the back, on the actual, I guess, flatbed end of it, or the rollback end of it, it's not that detailed at all. It pretty much just is flat and gloss black. But they do even have the hook over here, and I unraveled mine. You could see I've had it raveled for so long it actually took the shape of the drum or the winch, and that's because I never unroll it, because there really is no locking mechanism. But for now, I'm just going to hook it onto the end like a lot of drivers do. Bringing it down again, you can see over here there's a toolbox, and the toolbox does open, which is very, very cool. And the way it will actually stay closed is if you look there, there's a little piece of rubber, and it'll just grab onto the top. I just think that that's just really cool. And to match to the underside of the truck, the rest of the toolbox is painted black. There's a close-up of the cylinder, and if we look over here, the back of it says Jordan, and it has the etched metal grating, I guess you could say, or screen, so the driver could look back and see behind him, which I think is really awesome. And on this side, you could see another toolbox, and that one also opens and closes as well, which is really cool. And before I get to the front, just to show everything in the back, it also has the controls on the right side, and all these do move, so there you can see. Anyway, looking at the front, the yellow is probably one of my favorites. I just think it looks really nice, and it goes really well with the black on the back as well. As with most TWH models, The steering locks into positions. Really not that much of a big turning radius on this truck, but if we look closely at the wheels, you could hear them lock into position. So if you have a diorama or a stop motion and you just want to push it from the back, you could, because the wheel locks into position. Looking at the front of the truck, once again I'll have to move it for this. You can see it has run hard on the plate and the grille. And if you look, the yellow goes very, very well with the chrome. If I had to recommend a color to somebody, I would probably recommend this yellow, because the black back looks good with all the chrome, and the yellow cab and hood just looks very, very nice. And if we look, you even have you know, your headlights and whatnot. And coming to the side, if we look here, the hood does open, and it opens to reveal the engine, which is also very nice. And like I'm always going to say in these truck reviews, I never really display with the hood open, but it's just a nice feature that they do offer with this. And the engine itself is pretty detailed. You even have lines coming out, and they are flexible. It's not like they're cheap plastic or whatever. And another cool thing is, to prevent the hood from opening anymore, they even added this cable, or it's just string like on a model crane, to prevent it from opening anymore. And that's pretty much the way it works, and it's a really nice feature. And if we look, the hood, radiator grill on the hood, is also etched through, so that definitely shows a lot of quality. Coming to the doors do open, but before that, you could see all the rivet detail, and that follows all the way through over here, and the big chrome mirrors. And if you look, they do actually work with the reflection. And up top on the truck, you have two horns and the lights, sun visor, and you could see the warning light over here. And over here you have the one single stack, which looks very, very cool. I like that a lot. Now, showing the opening doors, which sometimes it can be a pain to actually open them, and that's one reason why I kept this to the end. If I can't get them open, I'm sorry guys, but I'm honestly, I can't get them open right now. But they do open, and they are very nice. I believe that these doors on this model are unlike the other models, where they feel kind of flimsy. Anyway, there's pretty much a review of it. You can get an idea of the color of it. Just super, super nice. And what it looks like when it would be working is pretty much right here. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the review. If you want to see more pictures of this one and other ones, check the link in the description. I have an album. I currently own, I believe, 6 of them. So once again guys, thank you for watching, and check out the link in the description, and take care.